proposal, and at the conclusion, I would like to answer any questions that y'all might have regarding the proposal, because I think there was some confusion about it. The Jasper Youth Baseball Association, first off, it's a misnomer. It's actually a baseball and softball organization, because those are the two programs that we run. It was started in 1960 by citizens of Jasper, Texas, who were concerned that our youth didn't have programs and activities for them to do. They acquired some land, which is behind Modica Brothers off of Highway 96. It started with a 23.28 acre tract of land. We have acquired some use of land from the Lions Club, another 3 acres. And then there's a 5.77 acre tract of land that we lease. So it's a total of about 33 to 35 acre tract over there. They have operated baseball and softball activities for youth every year for 53 years as of 2013. We have softball field, 2 t-ball and coach pitch fields, and 3 baseball fields, 2 batting cages, storage building, 2 concession stands, and 2 restroom facilities, all of which have been built and constructed and the money raised for strictly through the citizens of Jasper pitching in and coming together to create this ballpark. It is the host location for the Jasper Independent School District high school field and softball field, so that when people come to Jasper to go and attend one of our school baseball or softball games, that is what they see. They come into our ballpark and they participate there, and it's really good because our youth, when they're playing their games, afterwards they go and they attend these games and get to see the higher level of competition. We have huge public support for this program in the city of Jasper. Just this last year, over 53 different businesses in this community were our sponsors. They sponsored at various levels, 53 different organizations. And 147 adults in this community volunteered to work in our programs this year, and not only that, underwent background checks. Okay, so that's 147 different people that came together and said, this is important enough to me, took a background check, and then helped either as a coach or an assistant coach or a dugout mom or a dugout dad or a concession worker or whatever it was that we needed, and helped get it done this year. The cost to a child is about $70. And out of that we use, to buy uniforms and equipment and utilities and maintenance. And if kids can't afford it, we provide scholarships for them so they can play. And my personal knowledge, I've never known a child not to play because they couldn't afford to do so. It is the dominant Little League program in our area. We beat the stuffing out of Beaumont and Duna and all the other teams that we play around here on a regular basis. And we go and play at the next level, and we even go to the state tournaments and compete against the big city boys, and we do very well. After our regular season, we lease out our fields, and people play softball and rag ball and Little League tournaments and softball tournaments there year round. There'll be people up there at 3 o'clock in the morning playing rag ball tournaments pretty much any weekend you go during the summer. In my opinion, this is the largest, longest running, and best youth program in the city of Jasper, and that's why I volunteer and participate in it, because it's good for the kids. This program is very important to us and to people of our community. It's a very healthy organization. We had over 457 children enroll and play games at that facility this year. They played over 390 games of youth athletics at the field during our regular season, and then postseason we don't have those numbers. Our annual budget is $75,000. That's how much money we raise and then spend on the city of Jasper children every year, $75,000. And it's all very well spent. However, we have outgrown our space, okay? We're bigger than that park allows us to be. More kids want to come here than we can help. And we run short of fields, and we have to run games on Saturdays when we don't want to, and later in the evening than we want to, and use fields that aren't specifically tailored for that type of game because we're out of space. And the facility is essentially the same now as when I was a little kid and I played out there. The same chain link, the same dugouts, everything's the same as it was when I was a kid, and that's long ago. However, as good as JYBA has done providing this for the kids, there are things we can't do. We can't afford, because we can't raise enough money to afford to buy more land, to build more fields, to build new bleachers and fencing, to put up those new light poles with the metal palings that everybody's required to have pretty much, to build a clubhouse building, to provide fields for other types of sports such as soccer and football, jogging tracks, and especially parking. Parking lots are extremely expensive to have paved parking, and we're very critically short on those. And I just think to myself, wouldn't it be great for our kids in Jasper to have access to a modern sports facility? Other kids in other communities do. In Jasper, we provide them the best we can, but nobody's going to kid themselves and say that's a modern sports facility over there. It's antiquated, it's old, it's been loved to death, okay? And we keep it going every year, and it's safe and it does a good job, but it could be so much better. And so we're here today to ask you, don't our children deserve something better? Wouldn't it be great if this city could do something big for the children of this community and build a modern youth sports facility in this city? The proposal that we proposed was, I didn't write that. All these people out here and many, many more people that aren't here tonight pitched in. We're giving you, in our proposal, everything we own. And that's scary to us, because for 53 years we've been doing it on our own. But in our proposal, we would be giving you everything we own, because we want the chance of doing something bigger and better for the kids than we currently do. So, there was one thing in the proposal that's no longer there. The Bledsoe family has been civic-minded in this community for a long time. And when Tommy Bledsoe initially gave us that land, he put a reversionary clause in it where it would come back if we ever ceased owning it. And I called Tommy Bledsoe this week, and he signed a document releasing that reversionary interest, and that frees up the title of that land so that that's no longer a problem. But if there are any other things in this proposal that you have a question about or you don't understand, I'm here to answer those. Because we just got a letter saying we reject your proposal, and we don't know how to respond to that.
Okay, Mr. Stover, thank you. Do we have any questions of the council at this time? Mr. Stover?
Well, I asked a good many questions Tuesday night, and I had a chance to visit with JYBA. And Scott, I appreciate you so very much for coming up here. I think you and Ross and the other members of JYBA have done an excellent job through the years. You know, with the resources you've had, you've done a magnificent job. And so many kids have come through this town because, and have had some opportunities to do some things because of the kindness of those that have gone before, the time and effort that volunteers put into it, and y'all have done a great job, and I appreciate very much you coming up here tonight. And I'm going to do the best I can to work something out for y'all, to work something out with y'all.
I'm a business lawyer. I don't know how to do anything other than make an offer and wait for a response. And then if y'all have a response, or you say, well, we don't like this and this, we can deal with that. We can sit there and negotiate. But if I just get no response, I've got no way to move forward, and we have to assume that you're not interested and just go on about doing what we're doing. And we will do a good job, but it could be so much more. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Mr. Stover, may I say this, that just because this council doesn't have any questions right now, they may have some later on.
Thank you.
Mr. Stover, I would like for JYBA to know that, speaking on my behalf as a prior Little League player and the whole 9 yards, it's a good thing. When and if all of this does come to pass, and I truly hope it does, I am one that does not want JYBA to take a back seat to what's going on out there. I truly feel like it's gonna be a partnership, it's got to be. And it's gotta be a partnership, it's gotta be a transition, and I think that it is very workable thing that we need to do for our community. Thank you.
Mike, I'd like to make a motion that we have a workshop or a special meeting sometime in January to visit with the JYBA board. If we cannot further this negotiation process, to take it down the road a little bit farther.
You've heard the motion made by Councilman McMillan. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Hobson. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor of discussing this further at a January meeting at a time which has not been set but will be scheduled after talking with everyone and finding out what a good time, an amicable time for everyone is. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, let the record show it passed unanimous. So it looks like Mr. Stover will be discussing this again with you after January the 1st. I will get with you. We'll try to work out a date that everybody can get together. Just for cause here tonight, would it be better at night or during the day?
Just personally, in the evening, it's better for me.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Being
Thank you,
that
Scott.
we have decided to table that to schedule a workshop on that at a further date, does the council still want to have any consultation with the city's council concerning this?
I think it'd be premature